I can confirm very exciting finals to come.
My favourite pieces are always beam and floor. Beam in training, but in competition it's the piece where if you're nervous then big mistakes happen. You really have to concentrate hard, and you know that quite often an overall competition can all relate to whether you stay or whether you fall off the beam. All the girls here under a lot of pressure, all looking for that gold medal. Can they keep their nerves at bay?
Well, all the stars from the all-around competition and yesterday's action are here again. Gina Gosian, second in the all-around, will be the first to start. Li Li of China, the 18-year-old who really has been in great form, will go too. Then the lady who has been sensational throughout the start of this competition, coached by Steve Nuno, America's Shannon Miller. He Zume, the second Chinese gymnast in the final. Ludmila Prince for Latvia, and then Dominique Dawes, another favourite of the crowds over the past 6 days here in Birmingham, and she'll be looking possibly for the first time to deny Shannon Miller that gold medal, having to settle for the silver in yesterday's asymmetric bars. Oksana Fabrichinova, another very promising youngster, only just qualifying for this competition. And the last, but by no means the least finalist, Lavinia Morisovic from Romania. So a whole host of world-class stars here. And there, well, she's been followed, cheered and applauded from start to finish of this competition. Shannon Miller looking for gold medal number 3, but Hayley, it was the beam that let her down in the all-around competition. Will the nerves get to the great American yet again?
Yes, that was an amazing result, because in training she didn't falter, she didn't fall, she looked very positive indeed. Yet during the all-around competition the nerves began to show through, and she missed out a move, and that showed in the score that she finished up with. She needs to add that extra move today because it's a final.
And Shannon Miller will be the third of the 8 finalists to go, but watch out for Dominique Dawes there, looking to at last possibly deny a gold medal to her teammate. No team tactics at all, it is an individual competition. Each gymnast has their own focus for each competition, and quite an interesting point, both Shannon Miller and Dominique Dawes both coming to these championships with their own individual coaches.
Yes, I think Kerry Hill, who coaches Dominic, is here perhaps for the first time where there's a team of 3 girls where they've all been allowed to bring their own coaches, because although they're a team, they're not competing as a team, so they've been allowed to have personal training. And I think it's worked. I think it's been nice for the girls to be able to relate to their own coach. They feel at home and they're more relaxed.
Just warming up on the beam there is Li Li for China, 18 years of age, from Beijing. Well, Li Li was the 8th qualifier of this final. She scored a 9.687, so Li Li will certainly need to improve.
There we have a picture of Ludmila Teresheva, champion of years ago. Now, as you can see, judging the girls. Very famous face indeed.
Well, certainly has been a success, this World Championship competition here in Birmingham. There's been a whole host of stars from the past and present taking part here in Birmingham. Really has been a festival of gymnastics, and of course the perfect result for all the British fans arriving yesterday afternoon, with Neil Thomas claiming that silver medal in the floor exercise. But it's back to the ladies as they warm up. The gong tells them that they just have another minute to go before they will begin. The first finalist will be the European champion, Gina Gosian, 15 years of age. She's already collected 1 silver medal in the all-around competition. Just missed a medal in the ladies' vault, where she came in 4th. Gosian certainly enjoys and favours this apparatus. 5th in the qualification. Hayley, do you think Gina can put the nerves behind her and claim a medal, as there are just a few other gymnasts warming up?
Gosian has nerves of steel, and that is what we saw in the overall championships. When others made mistakes, she was very sure-footed and very technically correct. Didn't wobble, didn't have many tenths deducted during the exercise, and she needs to have the same concentration today.
Gina Gosian gets the first final of the day underway in the ladies beam, the first of 8 to come.
A secure mount, the front somersault. Another front somersault. Full spin. She's looking rather uptight, shoulders looking very tense. Good acrobatic series of a backflip, a straight back somersault immediately followed by a second backflip. There we have a mixed combination of a split jump into a backflip. Showing some original low beam work here. Building up for the finale. Backflip, backflip, double back somersault. That's a good routine from Gosian. Looking nervous but holding it together. Good technique in the acrobatic skills and good leg form.
Gosian, who has also qualified for the floor final, the last event for the girls here in Birmingham.
The acrobatic series again of the backflip, straight back somersault and immediate second backflip. Stylishly performed.
Not easy being the first of the 8 finalists. The European champion setting the pace. One silver medal so far. .750 her score in the qualification, and that was only good enough to put the Romanian down into 5th place. Of course, the point score taken right back to 0 for each of the finalists.
Not good for Li, who's having to wait an awful long time. The Chinese, my favourites on beam, they work very stylishly and look so elegant and artistic while they work.
Well, the Romanian coach just removing the strapping on the ankle for Gina, just 15 years of age. And as Hayley Price has pointed out, it's tough for Li having to wait, but Gosian sets the pace. 9.650. Not as high a mark as she received in the qualification, and that should be an indication to Li that she can certainly go into first position as number 2 in the final.
Very original match. She levers through up into handstand and drops back into arch over the beam. Beautiful combination of leaps, slightly loses her balance on landing. Very difficult leap combination. Good series of acrobatic skills. A backflip followed by 2 straight back somersaults. She's losing balance on the easier movements at the moment. She needs to concentrate, keep her body tight. Wonderful amplitude in that jump. Split jump. That's the Yurchenko backflip, first performed by Ludmila Yurchenko, Natalia Yurchenko. She really jumps well on the beam. Throws the head back, making it extremely difficult to spot that landing. Well landed, double back somersault.
Floating across the bar with such grace and ease for Lili, 18 years of age, 9th in the all-around competition. Gojyan leads for Romania. Early days in this ladies' beam final, 9.650 is the Romanian score. As we once again see Lili in flight on the beam, and as Hayley Price quite rightly pointed out, seeming to lose balance on the easier parts of the routine.
She lost tension slightly in some of the spins, which is very easy to do. You can often relax after the big moves have been completed, and when you relax, you're going to wobble and you're going to make mistakes. But the Chinese always look so good on beam. They're original, they have lovely spins, and they also take, here we see that spin, 2 spins across the beam, very difficult. They take a lot of risks. They do different movements and very risky. Good double back somersault.
Lili goes into second position, 9.600. Gojyan leads. Lili for China is only second place with 6 more finalists to come. This is the lady that everybody has tipped for gold, and it will be gold number 3. Shannon Miller, 16 years of age, of the United States of America. Can she add yet another gold medal to an already tremendous World Championship campaign?
Steady mount. She's done it again. She's completely missed the beam. She really is looking nervous on this piece. That was her big acrobatic combination. What a surprise for the audience, and what a surprise for her. Completely offline. She's lost it. That was the Emelianchik flick, and she's on the floor again. She's lost now a whole mark. This medal is certainly out the window for Miller. Champions do make mistakes. That's where she went wrong yesterday, and that's where she's corrected it today. 2 straight back somersaults, no mistake. Another loss of balance on a very simple half turn. And she falls on the full twisting double back somersault.
Shannon Miller, well, the butterflies are clearly still there. It was the routine, the one of the 4 in the all-around competition that proved the most and greatest problem. And Steve Nuno, well, gives her a very hard, stern look there. Shannon Miller lets it slip by. A silver medal in Barcelona, and it's not to be gold in the beam exercise. 2 quite clear mistakes in the middle of the routine, and that threw her off from start to finish. She was in sensational form throughout the qualification, the best qualifier by a long way, 9.887, but Hayley, a real disaster for Miller.
Great shame. I don't know whether it was nerves, whether the story that we heard initially, whether she has had some virus and has been struggling in training. Very hard to tell, but not a good performance. Shoulders off line there, shoulders out of line. Throws her completely to the right-hand side of the beam. Difficult to tell. They may give her that element. She managed to get her feet just about on the beam before she fell. Pulling back out and over rotates.
Well, a very unhappy Shannon Miller. Third position, 7.850. She's picked up 2 gold medals in the competition, and it certainly will not be 4. She will return and try to pick up that 3rd gold in the floor exercise. And this possibly makes this young lady, the 15-year-old from Beijing, He Zhumei from China, the favourite now. She was 2nd just behind Shannon Miller in the qualification. Gojyan still leads for Romania with 9.650.
It would be good to see the Chinese girls pick up medals on the beam. Again, we see the twisting turn out of the handstand. Beautiful amplitude there in the arabesque. Very flexible legs. I don't believe it. That's another one gone. Difficult movement. She went for the full twisting back somersault. Progress since Corbett first did the tuck back somersault. We are now full twisting them on the beam. Nice link movements. Another original move down low to the beam. This time she goes for the straight back somersault from the round off and lands it perfectly. No full twist this time. Nice lead combination. And again, I think, like Miller, anxious, very anxious at the end of the exercise. A little bit too much adrenaline and a little bit too much rotation on landing.
Teammate Li Li lies in the silver medal position, but that doesn't seem to be enough for He Zhumei to go into the gold or silver. But bear in mind that this is halfway through the final. Could go into bronze medal position, but there, the big error. And possibly, Haley, we're taking the ease of this apparatus a little for granted. It's incredibly difficult.
The girls are working on 10 centimetres. You know, 10 centimetres, 4 inches wide, 120 centimetres from the ground. It certainly isn't easy. They make it look easy, but if you can imagine 10 centimetres, it's very difficult.
He Zhumei waits patiently. Seems to be getting quite a drilling from the coach there. There is the current leader, Gojyan. And she will certainly now start to feel that there's a possibility of a gold medal here, with the surprise of this final so far, Shannon Miller coming off the beam twice. 9.012 goes into 3rd position. Gojyan 1, Li Li 2, and He Zhumei for China is 3. But Dominique Dawes surely will be the one to watch for in the second half. The standings on your screens, 1 to 4. There'll be a short warm-up period, but the shock in this first final of the afternoon for the girls is the United States of American hero, Shannon Miller, 7.850, 2 falls. Haley, will this possibly affect her final performance of the day in the floor?
She's a very strong character, and I think she'll be really going. She'll have time to get herself together, talk to her coach, and just go for it on that last piece, because she is a big crowd pleaser on the floor, and she'll want to win that second gold.
Well, the pictures there really do tell the story. A very despondent and disappointed Shannon Miller, and really tipped by so many to claim 5 golds here, and it's gone by a very sad and unhappy Shannon Miller as we go back to the beam.
Point in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Stop talking, please, and cue again.
Second half of the final in the beam. Ludmila Prince for Latvia.
Good mount there, the round off onto the springboard. Straight back somersault on, followed by another acrobatic series of a straight back somersault. Beautiful handstand pirouette. One-handed handstand, possibly not held quite long enough. A little bit bigger than the other gymnasts, but very elegant indeed. A little bit more mature and works the beam with style and grace. Well held backflip, 2 straight back somersaults, and she held that well. Backflip, backflip, double tuck back somersault, and a perfectly spotted landing.
Well, the sole representative of Latvia scored a 9.7 in the qualification round, and just 1 or 2 wobbles there, but if you could get that same score again, she would go into the gold medal position. An interesting routine here, Hayley, and a very interesting score to follow.
Very interesting. Excellent acrobatic combination of the backflip, backflip, and straight back somersault to land on 2 feet. Going into a second acrobatic series of 2 straight back somersaults landing on 1 leg. Here we see her shoulders out of line, but she pulls herself back up straight and manages to hold it. Others might have fallen on that. She will lose marks for the knees not being together in the double back somersault, but it was well landed.
9.650 or above to go into gold medal position. 9.600 is Lily's silver medal score. 9.012, 9.475. It's enough to go into the bronze medal position. Well, with Dominique Dawes to follow for the United States of America, Ludmila Prince for Latvia will watch this routine very carefully, but the 16-year-old, coached by Kelly Hill, must certainly be thinking, if I can just stay on this beam, the gold can quite easily be mine.
Elegant mount, side split. Straddle jump, straddle jump. Very difficult acrobatic combination. Backflip with 3 straight back somersaults to land on 1 leg. She's working with confidence. Front somersault in the tuck shape. Sometimes a little bit relaxed in the knees, but I think we'll forgive that for such acrobatic skills. Difficult turning straddle jump. 2 backflips to land on 2 feet, followed by a fulling back out. That's a full twist of the first somersault, and then a tuck somersault in the second rotation.
Big hug and kiss from Kelly Hill, who tells her athlete and gymnast that was a beautiful routine. Well, let's hope we'll wait for the score and Dominique Dawes will give us one of those lovely smiles if she gets the result that she's looking for.
That's remarkable. She fits them in because she undercuts each back somersault there. She's not that small. To fit in 3 somersaults, very difficult. A little bit offline there on the dismount. Is going to lose a couple of tenths. Superb camera work here. Shows the feet landing on the beam and just how narrow it is.
Romania 1, China 2, Latvia 3, 9.650. She needs to score to go into joint first above, and the gold medal will go to the United States of America. Shannon Miller falling in the beam. Gosian waits very anxiously indeed. And she's done it. There's the score that we were looking for. 9.725. Dominique Dawes goes into the gold medal position for the United States of America. Congratulations there from Steve Nuno. Oksana Fabrichinova, 14-year-old from Russia, the victor in the Moscow World Stars and national champion, now finds herself chasing 9.725 and Dawes of the USA.
Oksana works very quickly along the beam. Lovely acrobatic series of backflip and 3 straight back somersaults. The same skill we've just seen Dawes do. Another slip. That was the combination, an acrobatic skill and a gymnastic skill, and the gymnastic skill went wrong, the tuck front somersault. I think the girls are extremely nervous, which is making them very hesitant. You can't afford to hesitate on 4 inches. Nice split leap combination. Finishing with a full twisting double back somersault.
Well, a very promising start for Oksana Fabrichinova, but just making a mistake. Coached by Ludmila Tracheva, 5th in the all-around competition, which was a very promising performance for the 14-year-old, 15 in this year of the World Championships, making her able to compete. But again, we've seen it from Shannon Miller, we've seen it from Hee Zume, the mistakes coming in the middle of the routine.
That acrobatic skill performed stylishly with nice straight legs. Here's where it goes wrong. She misses with the left foot and slides down the beam perfectly in line, just misses her footing. Going into the full twisting double back somersault.
Well, we have to say, certainly won't be taking and changing the leaderboard. Dominique Dawes with 9.725. Gina Gosian for Romania on your screens there is in second position, 9.650 and 9.212. Fabrichinova goes into 5th position. United States of America, Romania and China, the 1, 2 and 3 with 1 performer to go, and this lady certainly has the ability to change those medal positions. The 14-year-old from Romania, Lavinia Milicevic.
There we have the cartwheel onto the springboard mount into a corporate flick. Change leg split jump into an immediate second jump. Good acrobatic skills of straight back somersaults and backflips. Nice combination. Showing the Emelianchik flick there. She's seen others make mistakes, and I think it's given her confidence. Well-landed side somersault. It's all on the dismount. Double back somersault and a perfect landing. She's happy with that.
Well, that will be a very close and certainly a point score to be left to the judging experts. 6 judges here for this beam final. The highest and lowest score will be discarded. The other 4 points added together to find a mean aggregate. And Milicevic certainly a good enough routine for a medal. But Hayley, gold, silver or bronze is the question.
Difficult to say. I think she's definitely going to make the medal table. All the necessary requirements. All the combinations there.
Well, that perfect landing could possibly be enough. 9.725, and there it is. 9.850. She's waited so long throughout this competition, just outside in the all-around, silver in the vault, and Milicevic denies poor Dominique Dawes, once again has to settle for the silver. Romania have claimed the gold. Lavinia Milicevic takes the gold medal, makes amends for losing her title in the vault to Pisquin of Belarus. Second position has gone to Dominique Dawes. Silver for the United States of America, and Gina Gosian makes it a gold and bronze for Romania, coming into third position. Well, right at the end once again, and you have to say, Hayley, possibly a little disappointing for the American team there. Dawes having to settle for silver, and a disaster for Shannon Miller.
Dawes had great difficulty in that routine, but Milicevic, well, she showed a lot more style and she showed good leg form throughout, and I think the extra 10s were there because of her good style and very, very well executed routine.
The official result, 9.850, gives Milicevic the gold, Dawes the silver, Gosian takes the bronze. A short commercial break here on Eurosport. We'll be back with the awards winning ceremony and, of course, another final from the men.